My name's Steve and welcome to the Seaside Allotment channel. I'm at home today and I'm busy in the kitchen, so I'm going to show you what I'm up to. So now I'm busy dehydrating at the moment, and these are my tools, my little corer, my trusty knife and the board, and we're doing the dregs really at the moment, because these are the windfalls and the apples with grubs in them, and the tiny little pears that are windfalls as well. So these will get eaten pretty quickly. They're not the best quality apples or pears, but they serve to for this demo. So this is how I'm doing the pears. I'm just slicing a little bit off, a little bit of the skin off on each side, and then the pears are so small I'm just cutting them into about 5 millimeters thick, but I don't fuss too much about it. I mean, that's a bit thicker than that, don't worry about it. And I'm dipping them into water that's got vitamin C powder in. And for the apples, I just slice the bottom off like that, so it just sits nice and stable on the board. Core it, push outside and get the washing in, because it's chucking it down with rain. So that's again basically the way I do it, just slice them like this. Now when I'm doing pears, bigger pears, I don't bother coring because they just do just fine, and well, as you can see, I've not cored any of these. Apples, especially with grubs in, really benefit from coring. Tray's done. That's as many as our dehydrator will take. We always leave the skins on because the nutrition is in the skins and just under the skins. And as I said, we'll leave the pips in the pears, and we'll probably do that with some of the apples later on because there's loads of nutrition in the pips as well. But yeah, we always leave the skins. And apples and these dried pears, we don't use them in cooking dried. We use them as snacks, and I really like dried pears chopped up in my granola. I make my own granola, absolutely gorgeous, full of nuts. Also fabulous allotment food and hiking food, cycling food, etc. So there we go, all done. So this is our little dehydrator. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves. I like the fact they're metal. A lot of people seem to complain that when you have plastic shelves, you get a plasticky sort of smell or taste to the dehydrated food. No problems with that here. Seems not to off gas at all. It's got a little plastic front cover. It's a handy. When I start, I like to start at about 70 just for the first hour, and the reason I do that is because at 70 it's going to kill anything, fungal spores, bacteria, you know, all that gets killed. And I'll turn it down probably to about 60 for the remaining however long it takes, probably about 12 hours, 12 to 14 hours, something like that. But it does depend on you know, the water content of the stuff that you're dehydrating, and how tough you like it, how long you want to keep it, how thick you slice it, how much skin you leave on it, all that sort of thing. So, you know, really observe and test and improve is the motto. Comes in here, so goes out there. So it's really nice, and it sits on our little bench here in the shed where we have all of our other food preserving stuff. And it runs about 700 watts I think, and that means it's run off our solar panels most of the time, which is pretty nice, just to spare energy from the solar panels. We don't have that many things left from last year, but here's some apples from last year, from September last year, and here's some cheap oranges that we bought, and they're pretty good still. And we particularly like doing pineapples. Oh, dehydrated pineapple is amazing, and that one is perfect, ready to go. So later on I'll get that done and we'll be scoffing that. With pineapple, I think it's better if you leave the dehydrated slices for maybe a month or so. They just don't seem to be quite as acidy after a bit of time, so that's really nice. We do all of our preserving in these mylar bags, reflective on the back and clear on the front. And now ideally I think they would be reflective on both sides to keep the light out, because things preserve better when there's no light, but it's really useful to be able to see what's inside and check that nothing is amiss. So we use these, we use them many times, they're easy to wash, and because we want to keep the light out, we store them in one of these cool bags. And the nice thing about these is that they fasten up really nice, so you can keep them in the dark. And we'll have a few of these bags in the garage in a month or so's time. Here's some dehydrated strawberries from our strawberry glut. Obviously we've got plenty of strawberry jam as well, but yeah, these are really nice and tasty. Again, go nicely in the granola. There's a quick glimpse at our provisions cupboard, and we've got a lot of stuff up here. I'll be doing a video all about preserving soon, but it's really nice that we're now getting through lots of passatas. This cupboard goes quite a long way back. We've got a garlic in here. Hope you like that video, and I'll see you soon.